Hello there, welcome to my vlog. My name is Georgina, I'm the English vocal coach, but I'm also a psychic and a fanatical crocheter and crafter. So if you are new to my channel, hello. I've had an influx of new people over the last few weeks, which I'm really excited about. So nice to see you all. Today you join me at Pontefract Market. Now this is something that I used to do all the time. Before I got a shop, I did craft fairs and I did markets at Pontefract and Wakefield. But because I work at the shop, I don't always have time to do this. So it's probably been about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, since I've actually had a stall. So I'm here, Alex is over there getting a sausage roll. So Alex is helping me out. I've got my new glasses on for the regular watchers. I feel I look a little bit like Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter. I'm still getting used to them because they're very focused. There's a lot of this going on. So I'll show you my setup for today. Now please bear in mind I do have a shop full of stuff, so this is like a small selection. It's too hard just emptying the shop and bringing everything. So here's a load of crochet cardigans. Over this side I've got the baby clothing, baby blankets and some winter cowls and a scarf. And then down here on the table I've got cushion covers, bags, mobile phone cases, crochet hook sets, more blankets, smelly stuff, incense backflow cones, worry dolls, a very small selection of crystals, salt tea light holders, essential oils. So there is my market stall for today. It's not as full as it used to be, but I do have a shop, so I'm kind of having to just bring a small selection. And I'm hoping that having the leaflets everywhere will introduce people to said shop and they'll go and see everything else. So I now have to move my car so I don't get into trouble. The egg lady, who used to be next to me, those long-term watchers of the vlog, she's over the other side now. Right then, so Alex has been bossy today. I've had to take my hair down. Put your hair down. It looks better down. Right, okay. So Alex has gone for a stroll now. We've done really well so far. We're up to 50 quid and it's already 5 to 11. So we're having a good day. People really are loving the cardigans. No one's bought any of the cardigans, but they're really liking them. We've sold cushion covers, worry dolls, incense. Where's my list? Labradorite. Yeah, they take a while, but they're worth it. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that because I do.
Oh,
yeah.
do you?
That's why people being well done.
Thank you. Yeah, good for mental health. Yeah.
Well
See you later. So yeah, a really good amount of feedback. People are being lovely, saying the crochet is great. Alex was feeling left out, so he's working on a crochet coaster. Been and got some yarn from Buttons inside Pontefract Market. But yeah, it's going well. I think there's sales going at the shop as well, so this is what we need. This is what we need, so I think I'm going to be here every Saturday now, providing I can get someone to cover my Saturdays at the shop. But there is John and Liz, so we might be able to juggle it between us. Plus we've got 2 new people that are in the shop, so they might want to take some hours as well. Fingers crossed. I'm still working on it, Abby. I'm on the point where I'm joining it together now. So the 2 sides are done. I'm joining it together down the middle and then extending the length and the arms. Oh, hello, it is now 10 to 6. I have had a successful day today at the market with Alex. I've dropped Alex off at home and come back again. We are just wrapping eBay stuff that is sold before we have a night of watching a film, I think. I am a bit tired out now, so I could do with a bit of a break. I just want to say a huge thank you to Catherine Watman, who has previously made bonding squares and things for the Children's Heart Surgery Fund, the crochet alongs. I received today some key rings. You may remember I asked if anybody wants to make some crochet key rings for the shop. I would gladly pay for them so they could be sold in the shop, but it's something that we don't have and we could do with. So she says, I've made some key rings. I didn't have many rings. I will get some more and make more pumpkins. I've got some spare rings, so we're good. The money you get from them can go to your heart charity. Thank you so much. That is so thoughtful. I really appreciate it. But let me show you what she made. Let's start with the Halloween ones. And these will be going on the website at some point, but I've got to work through them, take photographs and all of that. But there is some ghosts, some little ghosts. And then we've got 2 pumpkins. How cute are they? These are probably my favourite. These are ice creams. Look. Little ice creams. Here's another one. Ice creams. And I think I might have a few more of the clips. So if I have, I'll pop those on those. These little flowers. Some hearts. Some strawberries. Another heart. And finally, minions. Ha ha ha, look, little minion. They're brilliant. So thank you. I really appreciate your work. Those will be great in the shop. And the money for the charity. Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to charge for them just yet. Possibly £3.50 each, £3, something like that. I'm not sure. But I will get them photographed and put on the website so you'll be able to buy some. And they'll also be available in the shop. Today was my first day wearing my new glasses. And I'm still getting used to the whole lift it, move it around thing. But I'm sure I will get there. And it's been a really successful day. Shall I tell you what I sold? Let me get my list. You'll like this. Well, you might. I don't know. We got... So this is the shop and the market added together. We got a VW camper van, Simon's. Crochet square cushion and cover. Blanket, custom blanket that I made. She picked it up today. That was the one that looked like snow. It was a cotton wool with a blue outside. A Labradorite freeform, beautiful choice. Incense, backflow cones, worry dolls, and some tumblestones. Haberdashery, a Harry Potter crochet set from the shop. Lavender essential oil, Pokemon, pink Chevy car, eucalyptus essential oil, and LP. And some tumbles. So it was a very successful day. We both did well. Liz did good in the shop and I did good on the market with Alex. It was nice to have Alex there, actually. It was like doing something together. It was lovely. Alex went off for a bit of shop at the charity shops and then came back again. Not many shops in Pontefract really to choose from. Where we were sat was right outside the butcher's again. So there's the waft of the meat. But it was fine. I didn't have trouble setting up. As I was putting the roof on, a friend that I've known for a long time, I used to teach his sister singing, is a photographer, but he tends to do sort of reselling now. He happened to be walking past as I was climbing, just about to climb up and put the big roof on, and he helped me put the roof on. Brilliant. And it just fitted. Still don't know where the green and white striped one is. Couldn't find it. But what I had was more than adequate. It was fine. It covered the space. So the cost of the stall was £18.20. And we definitely covered that back. And so many people were like, are you going to be here next week? Are you going to be here next week? Oh, I think so. Yeah, I'm going to figure out who's going to be in the shop, but I think so. And I think it could be useful for everybody else in the shop as well. We could maybe, divide it between us each week or something like that. We can have some of the other new things in, like the Yorkshire stuff, because that's fantastic, which I haven't really shown you all yet because it's only been in for a couple of days. But there is Yorkshire coasters and tote bags and key rings and all sorts that's got like e-buy gum on it and all like loads of sayings. And I probably said it already, but don't get me started on the cool earrings. But I will show you those as the vlogs go on so you can catch up on those things. Right, I best get on with this post. Oh, Abby, you will have seen a picture of how I was getting on with the cardigan. It's now joined together. I've done the length. I'm now doing the sleeves. Then I will do a border all the way around. Check I'm happy with the whole thing. And then it'll be posted. So I reckon I'll have it finished by the middle of next week. So there we are. So it shouldn't be too long now. So yeah, I best get some admin done. Oh, hello, it is Sunday morning right now. I am in Pontefract and we do our little charity shop run. I haven't filmed the charity shop run for a little while, so I thought I would. We've just done the Prince of Wales Hospice, Simon, and I didn't buy anything. What did you buy?
Paperweight.
Yep.
And some DVDs.
Ah, so paperweight and DVDs. So today I'm just looking for crafty ideas. Material that I can use for linings. Yeah, crafty stuff. It's quite a nice day, but I'm really struggling with these glasses this morning. I was trying to look at things and I'm moving my head around. I must have looked really weird while I was shopping. So the plan for today is not that much, really. I'm pretty tired out. I've had a busy week. Be nice to not do as much. So we're going to head to Sense and then to the British Heart Foundation and then YMCA. Any more than that, Simon? We don't know. See what we feel like. And I might try and get my nails sorted because there's a nail place down there that's open on a Sunday. I've just not had time to be able to go and have them sorted out. It was so nice to be at Pontefract Market yesterday. It was a successful day. Money-wise, we did well for the shop and also on the market, so I'm very pleased with that. And loads of people were admiring the cardigans, but nobody wore them. Nobody bought them. Lots of people tried them on. Oh, they're so fantastic! But lots of people took leaflets, and I said I do custom orders, so if you want a specific size, design or whatever, let us know. Here is the website. So I guess we'll wait and see. But I'm considering coming back this Saturday coming, but I'm going to need someone to cover in the shop for me, so it might be a Liz, John, do you mind? I guess we'll see. Right. Oh, and I've got my big jumper on, the bungalow jumper. Next charity shop. So Simon's in Home Bargains behind me, just getting some doggy treats and shoes. So I'm just walking around to see if the nail shop's open. I'm not going yet, I'm going to go to YMCA. But I can walk back up again if it is open. So I thought I'd have a little nosy. Yes, looks like there are people in there today, but they're closing for redecoration after today. So I might nip back up again. Oh, come in, love. Just when the bruise on my arm was disappearing, who smashes her arm on something in a shop? Would you believe it? There was a glass set of shelves, and on the corners were these brass little things holding it together. My jumper caught on the brass thing, smacked my arm again. I'm going to have a permanent bruise on that arm. So, oh, hang on, let me film this for Alex. Alex, look. Look at this. So they're taking down all them there, and the ones up the other side of Domino's are coming down as well. And look, they started at the back over there, and all of this is going to be done up with like little trees and stuff. They started on the pavements down there, trees on either side, to make it more of a walk through for the castle, which is behind me. Alex, I know you know this, but I'm just sort of letting the viewers know, those watching. Yeah, they're making this to have extra trees and all new and pretty, so you can walk through town straight to the castle to try and connect it. Because they do a lot of things at the castle now. Earlier this year there was an ABBA day and all sorts, and then they have like a fireworks thing at the night time. And it's good, it's really good for the local people. So I think that's the aim. So I've now left Simon, he's going home, and I'm walking up to the nail shop. I have a feeling they're going to need a whole new set because yeah, I should have got here sooner, but I've been very busy this week and I do like having them done. It makes it look nice and neat. I think I'll probably go French with the tips and not anywhere as long as these. So it's now one way up here. It used to be two ways. And they're still working on it all, pulling pavements up. think it should be nice. Well, I hope so. And those flats over there, they're grey flats. There was a fire there the other week. Apparently it was linked to the tattoo place. And I think the flats behind are going to get knocked down as well. They've been rebuilding flats all over, sort of the outside of Pontefract. We're just coming up to the broken bridge. The Weatherspoons. Right, nails all done. We've gone for a nice pretty pink. No white tips this time, a lot shorter, and I did have to have a new set. I figured the last ones, they were starting to break at the edges, and they just need a good old refresh. So we've just gone for a nice plain pink, the natural colour of the acrylic when they put it on. So you get like a paler tip, which is quite nice. They're very square, but I don't mind, it's fine, because I do like to file them a little bit myself as time goes on. So it's about 1:45 now. It took them a while, they were very busy in there. So I've decided, instead of just walking the standard way home, I'm going to walk through the Valley Gardens, which I think it's called, I'm trying to think now, Fair something. I'll tell you when I get there. Fair something Gardens. I'm very ready for lunch. I don't know what I'm going to have, probably an omelette. I've overeaten this last few days, so I'm trying to just keep it down a little bit. I've set my watch to my walk, so it's picking up me walking. Just so I can see how many miles I've done. It won't be the same as the park, but it'll be a good amount. So yeah, as you can see, I'm walking back through town. There's a whole bunch of people under the buttercross, all sat on the phones. I saw them before when we walked past. So today I'm thinking bits of admin. Got some stuff to list online. I've got the will come to me in a minute. The key rings to sort out. I've got a few that need extra rings, so I've ordered some. I did have some spares, but not quite enough. So I'll get some more rings for those. Start taking photographs and stuff. Again, still no word from the hospital on the ticker, but we seem to be doing okay. It's not stopped. I've not done my arm across like I was supposed to. So yeah, I'm gonna have a walk through the park. Not entirely sure which direction to walk, but I'm sure I'll figure it out when I get there. It's been a very long time since I've been through the park. Friarwood, that's it. Don't know why it wasn't coming to my brain. Friarwood Valley Gardens. It was always Valley Gardens and then they chucked another name on the front. Why, I don't know. Oh, this is pretty. Might be pretty, but it's not great when you've got new varifocals on. Isn't it lovely? Yeah, it's been a long time. I remember as a kid, there used to be a paddling pool right in the middle. One of those old style paddling pools. And I remember being there with my mum and brother. She walked round and I remember running through dog poo. My mum wasn't impressed. Is the paddling pool still there? Is that it over there? No way. Nah, it isn't. It's just a platform. It's a platform. Yeah, it was somewhere in the middle. Sensory garden. I never think to walk round here, and it's so close to my house. So I thought, why not? Why not, since I'm walking home? That building in front of us, that used to be the Oriental. It's a Chinese restaurant, and that was one of my first jobs. And I worked in the kitchens. We got paid well, and I got free Chinese food at the end of the night, so you got to bring your Chinese meal home with you. And it was whatever was left over as well. So if they had loads of chicken and you ordered chicken fried rice, there would be a hell amount of chicken on top, because they'd be using the last bits up. Look at the state of it though. Wow. It was gorgeous then. It's not now. I think the last time I was in this park is they do a Friarwood festival. I think it was actually about a month ago, and a lot of local bands come and they put up like a stage and do performances throughout the day, stalls and such. I used to bring singers to it. Not anymore. Gone are the days where I used to be working every single hour. Gone are the days where I used to work every single hour doing gigs all over the world. No, I don't think we can go that way. All over the world, all over the UK. Taking singers literally everywhere. I never got time off. And I didn't really get paid for any of the outdoor events. I was just supporting the singers. I do a lot of organisation of the events as well. So yeah, it's like a platform. I don't remember that. Chosen by the community, supported by Tesco Bags of Help. All right. Little playground over there. So yeah, this is really close to my house. And it's sort of between Pontefract town and my house. You can see just over there, part of the old hospital. I'll walk around that way. The old hospital. Now, it does have a history. Unfortunately, Harold Shipman worked there for a time. If you've not heard about Harold Shipman, I'd look it up. Interesting. But yeah, apparently he worked there for a while. And because it's a listed building, it's not been knocked down. The other part of the hospital has, and it's been rebuilt. But the oldest part is still there. And also, it has an underground, I don't know if you would call it a crypt, but it was like a lot of medical books and things are still in there. And if you're interested in history, there's also a tunnel that goes from the hospital. Do you walk around this bit? From the hospital to the castle. So if you got any little parks like this where you live and you just don't go, I should definitely come here more often. It's lovely. What's this say? St. Richard's Dominican Friary, Pontefract. St. Richard's Friary, Pontefract was founded by Edmund de Lacy. So that's where the de Lacy comes from. Nottingham High School was renamed de Lacy, and there's quite a few schools now named de Lacy, and I never knew why. So the friary was founded by Edmund de Lacy, Baron of Pontefract, in 1256, and dedicated to his friend and confessor Richard Witch, Bishop of Chichester. When Edmund died in 1257, his heart was buried in the friary church. Oh my God. Also, the bodies of Richard, Duke of York, and his son, Edmund, Earl of Rutland, were buried here after the Battle of Wakefield in 1460, during the War of the Roses. I don't know anything about the War of the Roses. Members of other noble families were buried at the friary, and many townsfolk left legacies to the friars for burial here. By 1538, the friary was comprised of a large church, cloister, not sure what that is, dormitory, chapter house, refectory, kitchens, lavatories, and guest accommodation. The number of friars varied from 29 to 36. Black Friars. The Dominicans or Black Friars arrived in England in 2021, and their mission was to preach and counter hearsay. The Black Friars owned nothing and were given the friary site. Stone, builders, food, clothing, and everything else they needed. Given to the friars was an act of Christian charity. The Pontefract Black Friars' preaching territory extended beyond Pontefract. There is evidence of them preaching in Rotherham and Wakefield. So here's a reconstruction of what it would look like. A reconstruction of what we think the friary looked like. 1400 has been drawn. is based on evidence from evacuations by Pontefract and District Archaeological Society in 1963, before extensions to Ponte General Infirmary were built, and in 2021 and 2012 after it was demolished. How interesting. The demolition of the friary and the De Lacy family. Ilbert. Oh, that also rings a bell. There's a new housing estate being built and it was called Ilbert Castle. They've changed the name now. I think it's something else. Ilbert de Lacy was given extensive lands in the north of England by William the Conqueror in return for his services during the Norman conquest, and he built Pontefract Castle from around 1070. Blimey. His descendant John de Lacy, 2nd Earl of Lincoln, was one of the 25 barons who forced King John into accepting the Magna Carta at Runnymede in 1215. His son Edmund de Lacy, 1230 to 1258, he didn't live very long, did he? Was the founder of the friary. How very interesting. I know a little bit about the castle, but I didn't know some of this. That's really interesting. So there's a walk that goes down there, but it's been cordoned off at the top, so you can't walk down there. So I'm going to walk past the playground and around, so I come out the other side, close to where I live. In the licorice fields of Pontefract, my love and I did not meet. Oh, it's a poem. And then we've got all about licorice. Now that's what Pontefract is famous for, if you didn't know. Licorice, we have the Haribo factory here. Pontefract cakes, which we call Pomfret cakes now. Licorice was last grown commercially in Pontefract in the 1970s. You can still buy Pomfret cakes. I'll have to get some and show you guys what they look like. It's like it looks like a coin, and then it has the words Pontefract on it. I think it says Pontefract. So I'll grab some. I don't mind them actually. My mum used to buy them all the time. She was very much into licorice. And she'd get Bassets. You know, Bassets all sorts. You know, the jelly ones with the little bobbly things on. Oh my God. Yeah, no, not for me. But the licorice she also used to get. I don't even know if you can get these anymore. I've not seen them. It's a licorice wheel. In the middle you get that ugly jelly sweet with the little bobbly hundreds and thousands on. And then it's a wheel of licorice. A bit like the winders you can get these days, which is fruit. What's this telling me? 59 seconds. Something about a split pace. How much walking I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, I've not had licorice in a very long time. That's nice. Let me show you this. Carved owls. There's trees like that at the racecourse, which I may have shown you. Not sure if I did. So that's the bowls. Bowls. Don't think I've ever played bowls. What's this? Oh, look. How cute. Shows how long it is since I've been down here. Alex used to come down here a lot when Alex lived at this end. Oh, look at that. How cute. Yeah, I think I'm going to walk towards home now as I'm very hungry. So I hope you've enjoyed the little walk around Friarwood Gardens. Valley Gardens. If you're interested in history. So we're now coming out the other side. This is like the little parking area, of which there's not much. That's it. Friends of the Gardens. So this is the other side. And then this is the direction I normally drive home from the shop. The old hospital building is where this car park is, or was where this car park is. It's now a staff car park. And then they rebuilt next door, but you can see the really old building up there, which is never going to get knocked down because it's a listed building with the tunnels and things. Wonder what paperwork's in there. I expect it's very damp if there's anything in it. So yeah, this is part of the old hospital as well. I would have been born in the old hospital up there. But I don't know which part of it, whether it's actually in the listed building part or the old bit. But that's where I was born. And then this bit is the new hospital, but it's not got a proper A&E. If you want an A&E, you've got to go to Wakefield. There is an A&E, but they call it like an emergency after hours type thing. It does have a proper name, but it's just not coming to me. Blame it on the perimenopause. Urgent care, something like that. I'm sure I'll see when we get to it. I've been here a few times when we had the Manjaro issue, when Simon got bitten. But if you've got anything serious, urgent treatment centre, but if you've got anything serious wrong, we don't come here. So I've got two options. I can turn right and round the back, which has got a really steep hill, or I can carry on and go right, which has got a less steep hill. I'm going to do that one. So I've had my lunch. I had an omelette, although it came out a bit more scrambled than I'd hoped. I threw some peas in and I had some fake bacon left in the freezer, but it was just one chunk. I couldn't separate it, so I just threw it all in the pan and separated it as it was cooking. It was all right, but I did have to put it in the microwave to sort of finish off the top of the omelette because last time I burnt the bottom of it. And I got a double yolker. One of my eggs was a double yolk, so I've had 3 yolks in my omelette as where I would normally have the 2. Bit of barbecue sauce. It was all right. I enjoyed it. So I'm doing a bit of crochet now, chilling in the garden. But Simon seems to have his head on. He's been given some railway sleepers, I think they are, from our next door neighbour who does buildings and all sorts. So he's making some surrounds for plants, sort of planting areas, because apparently he doesn't like the other ones because it looks like decking boards just round it. So he's creating new ones. I'll show you what he's done so far. And I haven't shown you where we are in the garden for a while, but we haven't done as much. So he's created these around that. Oh, you've gone all the way along, even though there isn't planting space up there. Mind you, we have got it in a planter, haven't we? Because that's gravel down that end. We can put planters in it. Anyway, he's put that there. And this side is working on them over there. And it does need weeding before anyone tells me, but I've been busy doing other things. Right, so we've had our tea. I've got a cup of tea there. And I've been working on this bum bag this afternoon. I'm now at the point where I've put my lining in, I've put my zip on. I'm doing my straps now. And I've realised the little clips that I've got, it's called a tri-glide slide or something like that. They're too big, so I need to get smaller ones so I can make the straps for the bum bag. So I'm just making the straps as long as I can, so then I can add the tri-slide glide on. So I'm going to sign off now because I've realised I need to get this edited ready to go out this evening. I've cut it a little bit fine as I've been so busy. If you are new to my vlog, feel free to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up because it makes YouTube show me to more people. And if there's anything specific you want me to cover in the vlogs, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.